All right, let's take a look at some of the video clips that go along with this. So Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, take us through what you see here.
So this is going to be a simple one. This is a wide 5, wide 3, wide 5, wide 9, obviously, if there's a tight end. And this is going to be at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see Graham at the 5, and you're going to see Fletcher Cox at the 3, and they're going to be in that B gap and that C gap. And they're just going to get upfield, and they're going to win their one-on-one pressures. But this is what Schwartz does so well. What he does well is he takes Timmy Jernigan, the backside defensive tackle, which would be Dalvin Tomlinson, who's even a better player than Timmy Jernigan. And he's going to shade him on the center. Now, in this pass protection scheme, it's going to force the center and the left guard to stay on Timmy Jernigan, which in the Browns defense would be Dalvin Tomlinson. And it's going to create a one-on-one matchup for that 3 technique, which will be Smith, Myles Garrett, or that 5 technique, which again will be Oko Rankbo. It could be Myles Garrett. It could be Smith. It could be a number of guys. But what he's doing here by simply covering that center, he's forcing the center to stay there and creating those matchups. And this is a classic, really simple scheme that creates a one-on-one matchup. It's hard to block.
The other thing is there's no reading or reacting. It's get after it, and that gives the defense a personality without question. This next one is important. Graham setting the edge. Take us through how important this is, what you see with this.
Well, see, the Eagles even set the edge a little bit differently than a lot of teams. If you look at Graham, he's going to be on the ground on the left there, number 55. He's a defensive end driving number 72 back in the back, 73 back in the left tackle back into the backfield. And what they do is they pass rush to stop the run. So he's actually going to take that tackle and he's just going to drive him straight back. And by driving him straight back, it doesn't allow the fullback to get around where he wants to get to. The tight end loses his block. If you see their entire defense, they're all moving forward at the snap of the ball. Occasionally they will give a big run or a big pass because they are so aggressive. But at 17, they were 4th against the run, 4th against the pass. They were number 1 overall against the run. And so the reason they're so good against the run is because they win on first down. But again, it's not taking on double teams the traditional way. This Jim Schwartz defense is get down and set and play forward and play fast and play mean. I think the Browns defenders are going to love it.
Yeah, they used to refer to that as pushing the line of scrimmage back. So that's kind of his mindset. Just get after it, reestablish the line of scrimmage a yard and a half behind where it normally is.
Absolutely. So recreating the line of scrimmage is a great way to say it. So on the snap of the ball, they want to be a yard deep in the backfield before they do anything. They're going to stress get off, so they're going to stress getting off the ball, getting into their linemen, get whoever their responsibility is. And the thing about Jim Schwartz defense is that not only does it, he always says, and I don't think he gives himself enough credit. He always gives credit to his players, but it's that high school mentality of getting off the football and being super aggressive with a lot of technique and a lot of coaching in there. So they know where they're supposed to be. They know what gap they have. They know what gap responsibility. The linebackers all have run fits, but the linebackers now have run fits. They're running downhill to the run fits. They're not waiting for the double. They're anticipating the double, and they're downhill. So these defensive linemen get set. They don't have a lot to worry about. They can beat the double teams. They can beat the backside guards. They can beat the block backs. They can just get upfield and use their athletic ability. And the Browns defensive front, this new defensive front, they got some guys that can really fit this scheme.
Yeah, and so here in the run, in a run stop, we talk, and I didn't look down at your notes to me. You mentioned in the run reestablishing the line of scrimmage. So this next clip, take us through what you see with this.
Well, here's a great. So again, you're going to see them. They are all upfield, very, very fast. So as you see that line of scrimmage, that's where it starts. And my big point on this one is just look at the line. The green line is for the line of scrimmage, and then look where the play is being made, and look how many Eagles defenders are back there. And the reason that they're doing that is because they've decided that regardless of the down and distance, they're going to play forward. So they get on the shoulders of the offensive linemen, the shoulders of the running backs, the shoulders of the tight ends, and they just constantly are pushing the gap, and they're pushing the gap backwards. And these linebackers all run downhill because they know the defensive linemen are going to be where they're supposed to be. So regardless of the responsibility, they're just all downhill. It's very fun to watch. It's like I said, the term my dad always says, your hair. They're playing with their hair on fire. They're all dying to get to the football. They want to be the guy who makes the tackle. They celebrate each other. It's really fun to watch.
Okay, so, and again, that's 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage on a run play where they've reestablished the line of scrimmage. The other thing that we know from Jim Schwartz, he's going to dictate things. He's not going to let the offense dictate it. Take us through what you see in this next clip.
You're going to get a fourth down here. And the reason I like this clip is that you're going to get a 4th and 1 here. And now a lot of times on 4th and 1, teams do different things. Well, Jim Schwartz is not going to wait. And the term you use, dictate, he's going to decide what's going to happen. And he does a really good job of allowing the linebackers and the linemen, they all play. So if you hear the term team defense, this is what it means. So the front, they're going to show an 8-man front here, and they're going to bring 5. They're going to bring 5, which is going to put all the offensive linemen in a one-on-one with somebody. Then they're going to press the corners and the safeties, which are going to make them throw over the top. And the percentage of throwing over the top as compared to a slant route or a high route, the percentage is much lower. And he's going to make the quarterback make a quick read, and he's going to decide what's going to happen. He's not waiting for anything. They play man coverage. If you watch their film, they play man coverage against good receivers. They challenge their guys. He gives their guys a lot. He gives his guys a lot of insurance that he trusts them. And this is a great look. They're going to show 8. They're going to bring 5. They're going to crumble out of scrimmage. They're going to make you make a quick decision. And quick decisions at all levels of football are usually not good decisions. So he just does this really well. This is a great clip of what the Browns fans are going to see. They're going to see 4 and 5 and 6-man pressures, but you're going to see 6 people. You're going to see 6 to 8 people at the line of scrimmage. The offensive linemen have to account for all those guys. And then he's probably only going to bring 4 or 5 most of the time, but you don't know where they're coming. And regardless of who's coming, they're all going to be coming fast. And that's that simplicity of playing fast, having all 3 levels on the same. Those defensive backs know pressure's coming, and they know that their defensive line is going to create pressure. So they're gonna play man, and they know the ball's coming out fast. So they do this very well. They're all in sync. They're all in unison, and that's why this was such a good defense. Because there's some good names on this defense, but there's some really good names on the Browns defense. This defense plays with an attitude, and that's what the Browns need. They need an attitude and an identity.